All right, what's up, everybody? This is Zach. We are here on the 26th of May. We are just about done with the month of May, talking about profits and losses on the day, and this number's not accurate. I honestly, I really, now my whole computer's lagging. Sweet. I have a gaming rig right next to me, and I'm using my laptop to record because it sits better. I don't get the graphical glitches and all that other fun stuff, but it's a mess. So, anyways, um, some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. That position was winner. That made sense right there. I don't remember going long. I would not have gone long right there. Um, so this has something to do with how these contracts are settled, how the cost basis is determined, and all sorts of weird stuff, which might explain why it looks like it's telling me. Was I long? No, that's 4 contracts short, 6 contracts short. Oh no, sorry, they tagged out. Those are losses. But that what makes it look like I took one, two. There's a line going to here where I took profit, but there's also a line going to here where I lost. What? Market order for -4 contracts. So, futures contracts are incredibly confusing as far as figuring out why these lines are going the places that they're going. Um, I, I know this is becoming a recurring theme. I honestly need to take the time probably tomorrow before the markets are closed and sit in the waiting line to talk to TradeStation customer support and be like, all right, you have to explain how these things are actually calculated because none of this makes sense. Because basically what it's telling me, if I go back to my dashboard, or no, sorry, I have to be on the reports page, and we're going to run this as futures trading. For this week alone, it's telling me I am up $1,200 on the week. It's telling me that I took a $1,000 loss on Monday. That doesn't make any sense to me because I took $2,000 of losses on Monday, and I definitely did not make $1,500 today. But interestingly enough, if we kick it back to say encompass the last 2 weeks, and this is just my futures trading, it's telling me I took $3,000 of losses on Monday. So this has something to do with the way that these contracts are settled. I'm pretty sure it's telling me I'm up 1,400 in 2 weeks. So for the month of May, if these numbers are accurate, I am up about $3,600. That actually does sound accurate to me. I took the dip and then that doesn't make any sense. I want to know where it's getting that 1,500 from. I did not make $1,500 today. Um, that those numbers do seem at least semi-accurate. I don't know where the actual candles are coming from. Like this doesn't make any sense, but the long-term results do appear to be lining up at this point. And so hopefully that's going to give us the ability to really narrow down and see what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. So average daily volume is 14 contracts traded. Total gain and loss is $3,600. Average daily gain and loss is now up to $213 per day. That would make sense since I did increase my size. That means that these numbers, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do all that. These two columns right here, average winning trade and average losing trade, I need to pay attention to those and make sure that they're going to smooth themselves out the way that they need to. Because my average loss is now going to be larger than 200, but my average winner should be far larger than 300. So right now, this is not quite where we need it to be. I need my average wins to be twice the size of my average losses if this is going to work out, especially since I'm hovering right around that 54% uh, profitability. My trades are right 54% of the time. I need to fix that. I need to. This number can stay at 50%. That's fine as long as my average winning trade is twice the size of my average losing trade. So these numbers being skewed like they are and still being around that 50% win rate, that's what's kicking our profit factor down to 1.74. That's still a profitable trading system, but that really should be 2 or above is really what I'm looking for this system to play out in the long run like it played out as I back tested it. So that does sort of give us a snapshot of where we are, how we're doing, that kind of a thing. Like I said, the actual the candles and all that, that doesn't make a lick of sense to me. This I didn't lose 3 grand that day. That doesn't make sense. I also didn't win 1500 today, but like I said, that number seems mostly accurate to me right now. So I'm gonna have to double check all of this. I've seen this happen once before, and I actually went through and deleted all of my futures trades in TraderView, and then re-imported every single futures trade that I've ever taken through TradeStation. So it can't be like, oh, we thought you were long this one contract forever ago, and we didn't know that you ever closed it out. Like, no, I had all of my data, and it gives these weird candles sometimes, but the end result was accurate. So I don't know what's going on. Also, what? 95 contracts traded? There's no way. That's messed up. This almost looks like a duplicate, but that's the actual trade I took. 49 contracts though? Something doesn't make sense. Will it show me my running piano? That looks accurate. Save for how far down it goes. I don't know. I might need to go through and just delete everything and then I'm kind of beginning to think that just the way that futures contracts are settled, it's you almost have to wait to like 2 days to actually know for sure what the P&L is, which might explain why within TradeStation's platform there is nowhere that you can go to look at your year-to-date profit and loss for futures trades. It drives me absolutely insane, which is why I'm keeping track of my account totals right now. So in my little spreadsheet, let me pull this off to the side so I'm not showing you all of my information. Here, you can look at a chart instead. That's colorful. That's entertaining to look at, right? Futures trading stats. I'm gonna have to start filling in some of these other things if they're accurate at all. And I need to hide this column so you guys can't see it. Anybody with like basic math knowledge could probably figure it out. But so there we go. Thursday. I am showing a total. My account totals have increased by $509 over compared to this time yesterday, which leads me to about that much of an increase. This I don't think that's accurate right now. I tried putting a 2400 in there to try to indicate how much I thought I was up or down. I'm gonna have to play with this and see what I can't figure out. But well, just know that since I started keeping track of things this way, if we delete that, it says I'm down $754. That should be about my weekly total, which would make sense. That sounds about right. So I am in some trades right now. So let's talk about the trades that I took. So we broke up above, we came down, and I showed yesterday in my video that I was long one contract. We pushed that up today. My take profit for that one contract would have been somewhere right around here. And I actually got out right around this yellow line. If we kick it down to the 15-minute, you can see we consolidated. I had my stop at, what was it, 435 is where I put my stop. And I was thinking we either run straight or we're going to tag out. The reason being, we shot up, the bell rang, markets open, we shot straight up. And when you see a move that goes straight up like that, it kind of makes you wonder, where's the rubber band effect of this thing coming straight back down? So I trailed my stop, kept it tight, got tagged out, and then I saw this red candle start forming, and I went short because now and you could say, well, now wait a second, you're trading like you're not even letting it hit the zone before you're taking a type one. In most instances, I would say yes, that's a valid concern. What we have seen on a number of occasions with this particular area, though, is we'll hit a zone, we'll sell off, we'll push up, we'll hit this area, we'll never quite touch a zone. We sold all the way back off, we bounced, we sold all the way back off. That was a type 2 that I did not get that day. I remember being mad at that. We pushed up, sold off, broke below, and then we're on our way down. We popped back up into this area. These yellow lines have wreaked havoc on us. It's sort of just the range that the price ends up sticking in. So my real concern was, we broke up above, we started pushing, and my concern was we were going to see rejection off of that range. That's why I actually trailed my stop on this trade instead of just letting it run, because I was in this trade, I think, where it pushed up, and I don't think my profit ever got hit. And so you're just sort of like waiting around forever while this thing dips all the way back down and gets stuck in this range. I didn't feel like dealing with that. So I went ahead, I got out, and it, like I said, as soon as I saw that red candle start forming, I had places to be, things to do. I pulled my limit order down, got it filled, and moved on with my life. And then of course it pushed up. So that right there, getting tagged out there, getting short there, that probably cost me $200 in profit today. So that would have been like the main thing that I should have fixed about my trading today was just giving it a little bit more room, been a little bit more patient with it. Um, I should have trailed this like here instead of just some arbitrary number. But you know, when it's all said and done, there we are. One of the things that I did do today that isn't reflecting on TradingView and isn't reflecting in TraderView because I haven't actually imported it yet is I'm running a little bit of an experiment. I think it was on this candle. I bought some puts. Bought two SPY puts with my stop loss would be up here. So getting a little bit heavier into this position with the idea being I really just want to see assuming we rock this thing back down to about here, which is where I'll be looking to take profit on this trade. What's up more, my futures contracts or my puts? Um, Options contracts kind of like spool their way up. They tend to like ramp up on a little bit of an exponential curve versus futures contracts are just linear. So I kind of think that the options would be the better play there, which makes me think about moves like this where like you think a breakout's coming and break and a retest, except that was after hours, wasn't it? Oh no, that was 3:45. Could have bought some calls right there and just rocked them up. And be interesting to see how that kind of a move would play out. I still prefer futures because I can have all these limit orders set, and it really makes my life easier. Um, but that being said, options are, I think, a viable play in certain circumstances on this as well. So in general, we pushed up. The other reason that I was concerned about possibly rejecting off that yellow line is because on SPY today we pushed up above. I'll see. There you go. That's where I bought my put. Um, on SPY we were up above one standard deviation. I believe that we're going to rein this back in, which is the other reason that I felt comfortable buying those puts because I think we are coming back down. I don't think we're going to run to two standard deviations on Friday. That it's possible, right? That would be one heck of a move. I don't personally think it's going to happen. I think we're going to sell off tomorrow. So actually, what I wouldn't mind seeing is a push up overnight. Let's tag this type 2 and then just reject straight off of this and come back down. Let's do like a gap and crap Friday. We haven't had one of those in forever. So that would be really fun. The only thing I'm going to have to watch is I am playing this one pretty tight. My stop loss is right above previous structures. And I kind of want to adjust my type 2s to give it a little bit more wiggle room. So actually let's do that right now. Because I would hate to get tagged down on that for no reason. Let's do 5 contracts. That 3-to-1 would be right about there, which is where I think we're coming anyways. And that should be pretty clear. Like, I don't really have any other structure to base that on. That's part of the problem of where we're at right now. Is I don't know if this zone's ever really been shortable before. That would be, yeah. Maybe I'm being a coward and I could play it closer. We haven't really had the opportunity to short this zone before, except for that structure right there. So, that's okay. I'm gonna give that type 2. So that type 2 is actually gonna have a little bit of a wider stop loss than what my type 1 will, which would be annoying if I tagged out. But hey, did it? Oh, I never actually put the order on there. I was like, what? Okay. There we go. There's my type 2. So wider stop loss. I could increase my stop on this. That would put me to, I'm going to do that actually. Yeah, that's fine. Not the best risk to reward on that one. That's almost a 1-to-1. So I really wish that I would have waited until we got in the zone to try to grab that 2 to 1. But like I said, I was afraid of it rejecting right there. But in the meantime, here we are. So there's my plan. There's what I'm playing. There's what I did play today, and I'm gonna go and import the rest of my trades into TraderView, and I'll see you guys, I guess, on Friday. So if you like what you see, click the little subscribe thingy, and you can follow along with my trading as it progresses and see what tomorrow has in store. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.